Hey, good morning, Marni. Yeah, Democrats are starting to trickle out of this House caucus meeting. This is their first in-person big meeting since that poor debate performance by President Joe Biden. And I think it's kind of obvious this morning that there's a bit of a concerted effort to show more support for President Joe Biden heading into the election. And amid all these headlines from some Democrats calling on him to withdraw from the 2024 race. So one of the biggest surprises this morning, Representative Jerry Nadler from New York, he actually, in a private conference call on Sunday, was one of the lawmakers who called on President Joe Biden to withdraw from the 2024 race. Fast forward to today, though, and Representative Nadler saying that President Joe Biden is the best candidate for Democrats and saying that Democrats need to unite around him come November. He did acknowledge some concerns about the president, including concerns about a possible another bad debate performance possibly in the future. But I think what we're seeing, again, like I said, is this concerted effort to try and show more support from President Joe Biden. We've heard from several lawmakers voicing that support. We've also heard from at least one lawmaker raising some concerns about the campaign. Take a listen to what we've heard so far.
Well, he's a good man. He has good policies. There's no reason to change.
The fighting spirit and pride and courage that served the country so well 4 years ago helped Joe Biden win. We'll bring the ticket down this time. He just has to step down.
Joe Biden all the way.
I think he is our best hope to not make sure Donald Trump do not get into the White House.
He's many good performances from winning, and so that's what we've seen over the past week, and I think we'll continue to see it.
So almost all those voices you heard coming out in support of President Joe Biden, saying he's the best candidate for the Democrats heading into the 2024 race. Representative Mike Quigley from Illinois, the lone sort of voice of dissent that you heard right there. He's come out publicly before, though, saying that President Joe Biden should withdraw from the 2024 race. So it's going to be really interesting to see, Marni, these calls for support and also these sort of anti-Biden voices, too, from fellow Democrats coming out of this meeting. Like I said, this is their first big in-person meeting for House Democrats since that poor debate performance. And it's, I think we're really starting to see much more of an effort by President Joe Biden and fellow Democrats to show support for the president. President Joe Biden, in fact, met with members of the Congressional Black Caucus on Monday, hours after they endorsed him. And like I said, I really think we're going to see more voices of support coming out for the president, circling the wagons, if you will, amid all these headlines from some Democrats calling on him to withdraw from the 2024 race, Marni.
Tom, a couple things. One, talk about some of the most notable names that are speaking out against the president. And now that the meeting appears to be wrapping up, what are we expecting here potentially within the next hour to come out?
Well, as we see some of the lawmakers trickling out of this meeting right now, it's worth noting, too, some of them, many of them really aren't answering these questions. I believe Speaker Emeritus Nancy Pelosi didn't answer many questions heading out of this room. And I think, I don't want to predict any sort of answers, but again, I really think the takeaway right now is there's much more of an effort to show support for President Joe Biden, whether that's, lawmakers right here. It looks like we have more lawmakers exiting the caucus meeting right now. I was kind of surprised at how quick this meeting went. This was happening behind closed doors, and this was a chance for Democrats to sort of air their concerns, if they have any, about President Joe Biden's campaign. But I mean, here it is wrapping up after 1 hour. I think it's going to be really interesting to see sort of, how united are the Democrats in the wake of these negative headlines. And this morning, how are they feeling about the president's campaign? One notable name, to answer one of your questions, Marni, Senator Patty Murphy. She's the Senate President pro tempore, a very high-ranking Democrat, and she actually recently voiced concerns about President Joe Biden's campaign, saying he needs to be much more aggressive on the campaign trail. And she released a statement saying, in part, quote, "We need to see a much more forceful and energetic candidate on the campaign trail in the very near future in order for him to convince voters he is up to the job."
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.